Developing today, the U.S. military says it has carried out another airstrike on an alleged drug cartel vessel, this time in the Pacific Ocean. This is the 8th known U.S. strike against an alleged drug boat since early September. According to officials, it is believed that 2 or 3 people were killed aboard the boat. Last night's strike happened, though, in the waters west of Central America. The other airstrikes targeted alleged drug cartel vessels in the Caribbean Sea.
Well, on day 22 now, the federal government shut down. The Senate again failing to pass that bill to fund the government.
And this is the 12th time the Republican bill failed to gain enough votes. Fox's Rebecca Castor with the update now from Washington.
Authoritarianism is here now. Let's ring the alarm bells.
Oregon Democratic Senator Jeff Merkley making his opinion clear during a marathon speech on the Senate floor, drawing praise from his fellow Democrats and criticism from Republicans.
Thank you again for holding the floor tonight as a reminder that our democracy is under attack.
It means nothing in terms of the functioning of the Senate or trying to work out some of the problems that we have or reopening the government.
Merkley's lengthy address tied up Senate business from Tuesday evening into Wednesday, delaying a 12th vote on a bill to fund and reopen the federal government. But with an end to the shutdown nowhere in sight, both sides are still pointing fingers.
Democrats have been playing political theater for 3 weeks, with Republicans continuing to work.
Republicans keep talking about strategy. What we're focused on as Democrats is making a difference in the lives of the American people.
Democrats have requested another sit-down with the president to hash things out before he travels to Asia at the end of the week. But Trump has one condition.
Well, I would love to meet. I would like to meet with both of them, but I set one little caveat. I will only meet if they let the country open.
Donald Trump, instead of leaving the country or before he leaves the country, should sit down and negotiate with us so we can address this horrible crisis.
The Senate does plan to vote on a Republican-sponsored bill Thursday that would pay federal employees and troops who are having to work during the shutdown. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox 2 News.
In HealthWorks, a new study finds there is no such thing as a safe amount of alcohol. Researchers found even consuming small amounts of alcohol could have a negative impact on your brain. Scientists analyzed data from more than 500,000 adults ages 56 through 72, and studies found a 15% higher risk of dementia in those who drank even a small amount, which is classified as 1 to 3 drinks a week. The research is published in the BMJ Evidence-Based Medicine. Also today, the maker of Tylenol is now urging U.S. regulators to reject a proposed autism warning label on its packaging.
Kenvue says the label change is unsupported by scientific evidence and would basically depart from the FDA's long-standing position on acetaminophen during pregnancy. It comes a month after President Trump and Health Secretary RFK Jr. linked acetaminophen, Tylenol's active ingredient, to autism and warned pregnant women not to use it.
Scientists say millions of trees and plants across the country, including here in Michigan, are being killed by an invasive species.
Yeah, scientists say the spotted lanternfly has been now found in 19 states after first being found decades ago. The Department of Agriculture says the spotted lanternfly likely came to America on goods shipped from overseas. Adults can be spotted from July all the way to December in some areas and damage plants and trees with their sticky mold-like fluid.
The spotted lanternfly is an indiscriminate egg layer, so it will put its eggs on everything from firewood to standing live trees to rocks to grills, the underside of cars.
Officials urge people to monitor their plants regularly. They also say the best thing to do if you see a spotted lanternfly is to step on it. Get the black mold on your shoe. Nice.
Well, there's a petition drive to have Bad Bunny replaced by another performer during the next Super Bowl halftime show, who some believe would be a better fit, and what the NFL is saying about the controversy.
Fox Local is Fox 2. Anywhere and everywhere you are. Live news and more.
Good evening. I'm Taryn Asher.
And I'm Ruth Raj. A lot going on.
Fox Local is built for you. On your phone, on your TV. As local as you are. Fox Local.
It's time.
Trending today, a petition to replace Bad Bunny with George Strait for the Super Bowl halftime show is growing.
It now has more than 60,000 signatures. The petition claims that recent halftime shows have leaned significantly toward modern pop and international artists, and that George Strait embodies the heart and soul of American music. But others have supported the musician. That includes Jennifer Lopez, who brought Bad Bunny on stage during her 2020 co-headlining Super Bowl performance with Shakira. Commissioner Roger Goodell said today the NFL is not reconsidering dropping Bad Bunny from the halftime show. And this one is also getting a lot of hype, a lot of attention today. The husband of the late actress Suzanne Summers is doing something he can do to keep her memory alive.
And that includes creating an artificial intelligence clone of the star who died 2 years ago from cancer. Alan Hamill says the clone, which will be able to interact with fans online, is so realistic people won't be able to tell the difference. He says the Suzanne AI Twin project was created from hundreds of interviews and all the details from her 27 books. Once it's finished, the clone will appear on her official website, able to chat 24 hours a day.
That is crazy.
It is, yeah, it's odd.
Odd, but like for the family, you wonder, I mean, the husband says it's cool. What about like sisters and brothers?
Of course, we understand why he would. I mean,
yeah, I get it.
I don't know. Lots to unpack with that one. But finally tonight, we've heard about animals breaking out of the zoo, but what about a bear breaking in?
He wanted to get in, huh? That's exactly what happened last Friday morning at the Sequoia Park Zoo in Northern California. Zookeepers arriving to find the black bear trying to interact with the other bears that live in the zoo. He was on the observation deck where people usually watch the bears. Zookeepers say he appeared to be calm and curious. They were able to coax the bear to voluntarily leave through a service gate You know, if he was a human being, there's a word for that. It's called squatting.
Yeah.
That's what you're
hungry.
doing.
He's
bro.
looking for a good couple square meals.
True.
Yeah, you throw a few ponies out there, and those bears will just follow it right out of it. Yeah. Let me show you the numbers, starting with the chilly readings out there with these showers that continue. Look at Marquette, 39 degrees.
Wow.
We're at 50. We'll get down to 43. There's no big warm-up to show you through the weekend, but at least we'll get rid of most of the rain. How about a full check tonight at 10?
Ooh, sounds good. Chilly. Well, thank you so much for joining us, folks, for the 5 and the 6, and TMZ is straight ahead.
We'll see you back here at 10, The Edge at 11, and The Pulse at 11:30.
Yeah! We're back, and we're excited because we got a lot going on tonight. We got Woody's here. What up, dog?
I'm here. Good to see you.
Woody's here. Birchie's going to join us coming up in just a moment. We got the Pistons opening their season tonight. We got the Red Wings going for 6 in a row. We got the Lions getting a break. And you know what's really cool? Look at the newest addition to the set right there. Chevy in the D. We have a sponsor, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that. That is fantastic, Dan.
Dude, you hear?
Chevy in the D. Do we get Chevys?
Corvettes for the crew.
Love it. Oh, I love it.
PG.
I want mine red.
For the crew.
Red, please.
I just want black. Drop top.
Okay.
We're good. We're looking good with that. So we appreciate that. We got a lot going on. So let's start here. Because if you go back, Woody, and by the way, you at home, you can join us right there. Just click on that little, I went to the wrong one. You go right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Go right there. Just click on that. It's a QR code. That's what the kids call them. Click on that. You can join us. You'll come into the Zoom room, which is right over here where Tom is.
What up, though? Tommy.
Tom will find you in here in the Zoom room, and then he will put you on to the show. So we look forward to that. And by the way, just so everybody at home knows, we are now 1 day accident free here. You all right, Jeff?
All right.
Good job, buddy. We're 1 day accident free inside the office here, so we're feeling good about that.
We're about to change that.
We're about to change that.
The
kid is showing up.
Hey, Birchie.
Hey, this is an accident.
Hey, don't block the sponsor.
Oh, I would never.
Don't block the sponsor. Take a seat, but don't block the sponsor.
We're all about the money makers here.
No, listen. Last year when the Pistons lost to the Knicks, and it was over.
Yeah.
And we all just said, wait till next year. And we said, first day on TV, we said, wait till next year.
Yeah.
You know what?
Next year's here.
Next year's here.
Right. It is next
year.
year.
So what are we expecting?
I think we're expecting this team over the course of this season to win a playoff series. And I think, to me, that would represent progress. I think,
no doubt,
assuming the health of Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren and eventually Jaden Ivey, anything less than that would feel like a bit of a disappointment, a bit of a step back. And it is a bummer that Ivey is going to miss the first 4 weeks and then he'll be reevaluated, because if you ask the Pistons, that was their biggest move this offseason, was just getting him back into their starting lineup, getting him back next to Cade. Now there's a void there, and I don't know whether it's LeVert who's the second ball handler or if it's someone else, but not having Dennis Schroeder is now going to be pretty clear, and Cade's going to have to carry a heavy load out of the gate. But I do think this team is equipped and should be expected to not just make the playoffs, but make some noise when they get there.
I agree with you, Will, only because I don't know about Ivy, but I don't know what they're going to get out of LeVert, because going into tonight, he's got a back issue, so I don't think he's playing.
Is he not playing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think he might be iffy.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then you're right. The absence of Schroeder really hits home.
Yeah, so Marcus Sasser you would expect to play a bigger role in that case. It's a question to answer.
Here's what I like. We've been through so much darkness with this team. Season starting and you didn't care, other than you loved NBA basketball.
Right.
But there was no reason to get excited about this team.
Yeah.
They got a legitimate superstar moving into the top 10 in this league in Cade.
Yep.
And that's big time stuff. And we can't wait for that. So that's big. Wait, here's how we communicate on this show. They're holding up a sign that says, take a Zoom call. So I guess I should take a Zoom call.
Real quick.
Zoom.
What we got?
That felt like a threat, by the way.
What up?
Fred's brother.
Hey!
Unmute.
Unmute.
Technical genius.
Unmute.
Oh, it'd be nice, if he could get his stuff, if he could get it together.
Can we hear you?
We can see
Can
ya.
we hear you?
We can
We
definitely
can't
see
hear
ya.
you.
That's the problem with photographers, Dan. They're only
hear
in
ya.
charge of pictures, not sound.
These are our guys. These
Yeah,
are
they
our
are.
photographers, and we can't hear. These are the guys that get us on the air everywhere we go.
Should they
when
be
we
our
go
guys?
to Baltimore to play the Ravens, they get us on the air. When we go to Philadelphia to play the Eagles, they get us on the air. When we go to Minnesota to play the Vikings, they get us on the air. But they can't get themselves on the air. What's wrong with you people?
That is weak. That is weak. Oh, my
Still
goodness.
can't hear you.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, I'm going to put them on hold.
Put him on hold. Put him on hold.
What do you mean timeout?
I'm gonna put him on
Unacceptable.
Oh, he's going to call him. Okay, yeah, that'll be great. Step back in
We're
the
gonna
light,
put him
Dan,
on
so we can see
blast.
you.
Please leave your message for.
Please leave your message.
And they sent you a
Oh,
voicemail. The disrespect.
This is a technical genius,
Oh,
man.
my
You sure about that?
goodness.
When I show up, you gotcha?
It's about time.
Can we hear you?
It's still terrible,
You can hear
Dan.
your ambient noise.
Throw him out of the
That's
room.
nice.
Throw him out of the room.
Okay. You go to the doctor.
That's
Exactly.
fun, too.
And the doctor says, I think you have an ear infection. Where's your ear? That's basically what these guys are doing right now. It sounds like it might be an ear infection. Let me take a look.
Yeah, here you go.
My 2-year-old son can operate FaceTime better than those guys.
Dude,
can.
literally.
We got to work on that.
Everywhere we go in the country, those are the guys that get us on the air.
Oh.
And we love them joining us, and we would love
It's a
to say
bad
hello
look,
to them.
man.
We don't
It's
even
a
know where
bad
they are.
look.
We
Yeah.
love the
It's a bad
story.
look.
Guessing
It's a bad-
Vegas, but we don't know.
Oh.
At this point,
Can't
we
win
don't
them all.
know. Here's what I was saying
Yeah.
before
Before that.
buffoonery. Here's what I love is we have a reason to be excited about this team. Do you remember the vibe down at LCA last year during that playoffs? We've
Incredible.
not felt that
Yeah.
in so long. And it was so awesome because this is such a great sports town, a great basketball town. And to feel that again, and now to know that we have the expectation that we should feel that, and if we don't, we're going to be disappointed.
Will, you talked about the Pistons winning a playoff series and that kind of thing. Do you look at them as maybe number 4 in the East?
Yeah, I think you can make the argument. And I think part of the reason I think they should win a series is that the landscape in the East is wide open.
Yeah.
And a lot of that has to do with injuries, obviously. But
Giannis, Halliburton.
Halliburton, and Tatum being down, creates a pathway for this Pistons team to vault from, hey, a pesky playoff foe who might be a 6 or 7 seed to a legitimate threat to emerge and possibly play in the conference finals. And
Knicks, Cavs.
And Trajan Langdon said it himself. He was on the radio on 97.1 a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday, and he said, look, we're aware of the opportunity, and we would never wish injuries upon rivals. But the reality is the door is open, and this is the season for this team to walk through it.
The door's open until you get to the West.
Well,
because the West
but
is
hey,
brutal.
if you get there, good for you, man.
Right.
Good
You
for
know
you.
what?
That's
just
the key.
Deal with that
Get
later.
to the point where you have to worry about that.
that'd
is
be
a
an
good
honor.
thing. Yeah, getting to the point where you have to worry about that thing is a good thing. But no, I think it's exciting. I can't wait to watch Cade. I can't wait. You mentioned Duran. I think he could take a big step. And Asar is the guy that.
Yeah.
If he can, and we watched his brother last night,
Yeah,
and
he
his
looked
brother
great.
was playing the point because Houston lost Van Vliet, so his brother was bringing the ball up a lot. If he can take the next step, be some sort of an offensive threat, and handle the ball, take it to the basket, and be the defensive whiz that he is, that's the guy that can really help you get to the next level. We talked about it, Birchie. At some point, there's a deal coming for the Pistons where they have to pick up another big piece.
Right.
When that is, we don't know. But Asar can really announce himself as part of this thing.
And he has to now with Ivy down because they felt like Ivy was the big piece they were reinserting, and maybe he still is. But I don't know, Dap, like you know the NBA better than maybe any of us. When you look at Asar, what does the next step look like? What does he have to do this season to vault himself into the next tier of players on the Pistons pecking order?
To me, it's what we saw from his brother last night at a couple of those possessions late in the game. He brought the ball down the court. They cleared out for him. He got in the lane and he made a couple shots. If Asar gets to the point where he can do that and take some of the pressure off of Cade to handle the ball and to take shots at critical times, look, we can all say, man, I hope he can learn to shoot from the outside.
Right.
That's part of it for sure. But if he can become somebody that can take the ball to the basket and score inside, and his brother did that a couple times last night, I'm like, man, I hope they were working on that together this summer.
And do it on a regular basis.
Yes.
Not just a flash in the pan kind of thing one night here or there. He's got to be on the regular with this. I mean, stepping up and spelling other guys until other guys come
And
back.
then Duran just expanding his game past 5 feet. Is big because I mean he's a physical freak.
Plus the return of Beef Stew.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, with him back, I mean, him and
we
Duran are formidable.
They might win that series if he plays last year against the Knicks.
I think Langdon believes they would have, and that's not even considering they were also without Ivy. But I go back to the night that Thompson was drafted, and I know it was by a previous GM, but that night, Troy Weaver referenced Andre Iguodala as the ideal model for Thompson, and the defense is obviously already there. That speaks for itself. But Iguodala entered the league with similar questions about his offensive upside, and he never became a knockdown shooter. He didn't need to be, but he did develop the ability to drive to the basket, to handle the ball, to hit some mid-range shots. And at his peak with the Sixers and then with the Warriors, he was a reliably 16 to 17 point per game producer on top of the elite defense and obviously the ability to make plays in transition. So when I think of what Asar Thompson's rise could look like, I always reference Iguodala, and if they can get a version of that into this team over the next year or two, it does push their ceiling significantly higher.
But there's a lot of guys who have to take that next step like you're referring to, Will. I mean, Marcus Sasser, another guy. I mean, you know, if he can take another step, oh boy, this team is starting to look good as far as depth goes and everything else.
Consistent shooter,
right?
Because you know he can shoot,
exactly.
But can you shoot consistently?
In this league,
what people ask you in this league. Hey, let me get to the Wings. We had this conversation last night, me, you, and Wojo, and Wojo basically said that they'd already clinched the playoff berth.
He said what?
Wojo was already locking down hotel rooms in different cities around the East so that he would be set for the playoffs.
Well, he was doing the West. He wasn't aware they play. He wasn't aware they play in the East now.
My bad. And you kind of said, hang on.
Whoa.
They had a big start a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So give me the glass half full with the Wings and then the glass half empty.
Let's go glass half empty first. So we can finish on a positive note.
That's the kind of show we are.
I think the glass half empty would be that they've won 5 straight. They've also played 5 of their first 6 at home. And when you have games on home ice, you have the benefit of making the last change. So you can dictate matchups and get into favorable situations based on the players that you want out there. And they've also, over the course of this 5-game win streak, beaten some teams that probably aren't fully engaged yet in October, November. Like the Panthers and the Oilers are coming off runs to the Stanley Cup Finals. They're still sobering up, and I think the right time to play teams like that is when they're most vulnerable in, say, October, November. It's probably harder to beat those teams when they lock in February, March, April. The glass half full would be that, unlike maybe 2 years ago when they did start, thank you, Z. I appreciate that. Unlike 2 years ago when they did start 5-1 and won 5 straight after dropping their opening night game, this feels like it's being fueled by young players. And we all want to see young players contribute to this team. And I know the points haven't been huge yet for Axel Sandin Pellikka and for Emmett Finney. And for Michael Branzig-Nygaard, but they are playing important roles, just as Z is for me right now.
What is going on with this microphone?
You know what? Here it is. They don't like the way it looks over his face, so he's trying to keep moving it.
Oh, Bert, we want to see your face. That's it.
Beautiful face.
They want to say,
"Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom."
We want to see your face.
And so, you like the fact that Dylan Larkin is producing like a true number one center. Was named NHL's first star of the week last week. 11 points in his first 6 games. And you love the fact that they're relying on the young players who are ostensibly the backbone of this team's rebuild.
Well, let me take the glass half empty, kind of deal, because these are young guys.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they're coming out now. They may be youthful exuberance, getting into the season and all that. But when do they hit the wall?
Yeah.
And if they do hit the wall hard, how does that affect the rest of the team as far as scoring and competency in the room and all that other kind of stuff?
Yeah.
We don't know that yet.
Well, and they will hit that wall because every team hits a wall at some point. And what has tripped this team up over the past couple of years is an inability to weather those storms.
Right.
And they have been a fragile bunch psychologically. And I think you want to see this season this team respond to challenges, to adversity better. And they're going to play 7 of their next 8 on the road.
Yes.
So I think, as Steve Yzerman said himself this morning, we'll find out exactly what we're made of, where we're deficient, and where we're strongest over these next 8 games, 7 of which are on the road.
What do you think about McClellan so far, though? I mean,
that might be the difference psychologically.
Right.
Yeah.
He said that
toughness.
maybe they needed to get hit with a 2x4 in Montreal.
I think he might be hitting them with a 2x4. And telling
I
them
know
to
he
wake
was
up.
after that game.
Yeah,
but
and
it seems that everybody has responded
well.
exactly.
Yeah.
We got the house band ready.
Oh, boy.
We got the house band ready. We're going to get to
out.
your Zoom calls coming up next. Hey, hit up that QR code. Join us. We'd love to hear from you tonight. We're going to put you on the show coming up next because we're going straight to the Zoom room after this. Sports Office rolling on. Hey, house band, tomorrow night, Deep Thoughts with Z. We're excited about that. We got a lot of folks in the Zoom room. If you're in the Zoom room, we'd love to have you join us. It is that QR code right there.
Where?
Right there.
I got to put it up.
There. Right there.
There you go.
There it is. Now you're talking. So click on that, but if you're in there, you got to turn your camera on. We can't put you on until we see your camera. So we got a new guy?
We do. We have a new guy.
New guy, join us. We don't have a name. What's going on, man? How you doing?
iPhone.
Doing. This Sean, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, not much.
What's on your mind? Thanks for joining us.
Same here. I don't know if you remember, but you used to come to Potbelly all the time. I used to help you out.
Yes, my man. How you doing? It's good to see you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Potbelly on Evergreen there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had a question about the Pistons. Do you think we might make any moves this year to actually take us to another level?
I think the question is, I don't think the question is if. I think the question is when.
Yeah.
Because they need one more guy on this team. And the brutal thing is, like what Birchie talked about, is you don't get to see how much of that guy Ivy is. Because you didn't get to see it last year. You're not going to get to see it for a month this year. You need to get a feel for just what this guy can bring to this group, and you haven't been able to see it yet. But I still believe, to your question, there's a move coming at some point. Because you need another stud on this team. You need another dog on this team. And I'm not just talking about a contributor. You need another dog.
Yeah. And I don't know if we've seen that guy. You know, I mean, the season's just starting.
Think Ivy can be part of that guy.
But I mean, if they go after somebody, who might that be? I mean, what type of guy would that be? I don't even know.
I know it's a long shot, but Derek White from the Celtics.
I don't know if Boston's going to be willing to hand him out. Go, Greg.
Well, I said a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I was going to take TJ Lang's phone call.
I said a couple weeks ago, I thought would help them is getting a veteran guy who's been through the wars of the playoffs, who they can bring on at the trade deadline or something.
As long as he's got some juice left.
Like not like Marcus Smart now, but Marcus Smart 10 years ago type of guy. Where a guy that can help you just weather those storms in the playoffs and get those wins.
When you say that, I think of Udonis Haslem, somebody like that. But I mean,
hopefully not when he's 46.
Right, not when he's 46. But that type of guy, yes, that would be cool.
My man, thank you for the call. Join us again.
All right, sounds good. See you later.
I appreciate you. Good people over there at that Potbelly. They make a good sandwich too. He's a good dude. That whole group over there on Evergreen, they're good people.
Hey, you should cut to a break.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Already?
I don't think so.
Are you producing?
Right. We could take another Zoom call. Who else is in there?
We got
Jason. Fabian, what's
Jason.
Jason, what's up from the UK, man? We can't make him wait. What's going on?
Hey,
Jason, how'd you enjoy that game? How'd you enjoy that game Monday night at like 2:00 in the morning where you are?
I tell you what, I found it I'm being sincere here, a very emotional experience seeing us with what we thought was going to be no secondary. The way they played was just unreal. And I just felt very emotional by the performance, and it suddenly feels like we have depth, in the secondary, and the complementary play between not just within the defense, between the defensive line and the secondary just blew me away.
Yeah, those guys stepped it up, man. Aleem being back made a big difference. First play of the game. He's right in the quarterback's lap.
Yeah, push the guy 9 yards back.
Right back in his lap.
It was crazy.
And having him back just lifts everybody else up. It was huge.
You okay?
Somebody move that?
I know I'm a grown man, but I had a few tears by the end of it. It was just, supporting the lines for so long.
Well, it's so cool to see.
Performances that are turning out. It's just, the leadership, the togetherness. It's just something else.
Yeah, it's cool to see those guys that had to come in, forced to come in, and just you could see the look on their faces when they were making plays back there.
Yeah.
Whiteside just getting fired up, and when Rock had to leave and you had to other guys come in, it just looked like they were such a family and all working together.
When we sat down with Jared on Tuesday, he talked about it. He said that's one of the really cool things in this league is when you see a guy get an opportunity and they take off with it.
Yeah.
Because, and look, Kelvin Shepard said it. He said, I can't give you a bigger gift than the opportunity to go out there and start an NFL game on a Monday night against, and this was a previous game, he had said it, but just paraphrasing, The biggest thing he can do is give you an opportunity, and he just gave you an opportunity on Monday night. You're the only game on against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And you know what? Guys like Whiteside and Hallett and Harper and Millette and all of them. Rock Ya-Sin's been around, but even him just getting a chance to be back out there regularly, those guys made the most of it, and that was a really cool thing.
They did.
Hey, Jason, we got to roll, man. Thank you. We always appreciate you.
Go Lions.
All right.
Go Lions.
Sweet dreams.
Have a pint for us, man. We appreciate it. All right, we'll take a break. Come right back. Close out the sports office after this. Take us to break, my man Z. Final segment, friend of the program, Eric Anderson in the house. What's up, Eric? Oh, man, you're sitting at the bar. You're at a good spot.
The basement bar. This is my basement bar. It's a beautiful thing.
So what's on the TV tonight, Pistons or Wings?
Oh, see, I was calling to ask. I wanted a solid parlay I could make with the Pistons and the Wings. I think both Pistons and Wings tonight.
Just go win-win.
Yeah. Money line on
Just
both.
Just go win-win and Cade over 30.
Okay. All right. And then you got somebody
Larkin
that can make
anytime goal. There you go, right there. I like that.
15.
So this is the night off. Just sit at the bar and hang.
This is Sunday night for me, baby. I'm just hanging out in my home basement bar, having a cocktail, and watching the Sports Cave.
Oh, well, we're going to start drinking in here right about now.
Really?
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to tip one for you. Eric, thanks, man. We got to go. Fabian, sorry we missed you. We'll get you next time. Peace.